What's going on, everybody? Episode 72. Here we go. So I don't really have a plan for today, but I do want to talk about year 95. Year 95 is a plan that I'm going to follow that I developed for myself just to see how much I can... Okay? To see how much I could squeeze out of 2024. Because after doing 75 hard and then phase one of live hard, essentially twice, because I failed it on day 25. After doing those things, I've realized how much time I've been wasting, how much of my time that I've been dedicating to things that aren't producing any kind of long-term result for me, or I'm not investing in anything, or, financially or mentally or physically, whatever. I mean, I'm going to the gym, and so that program changed my life 100%, tenfold, whatever. And it's corny when people say that shit. No, it changed my life, but it did. And so I don't know what else to say. It changed my life. It rewired my brain. It's shown me how much I've got in the tank, And I mean, even now I'm still learning more and more about how much I have in the tank, because we just got so much, I don't know. We can just do so much as human beings. We have so much energy. We have so much potential. We have so much that we can do. Our brains are powerful as fuck. And I think a lot of us forget about that. I sure as hell did. And anyway, so I think that I'm going to dedicate this episode to being completely about year 95 and what I'm doing, or I guess the goal. So, it's still the details aren't ironed out. I don't know for sure if what I'm saying in the show today is going to be 100% what I'm going to follow, but January 1st is in 2 days, and so I would like to have at least a good plan of what I'm doing. And so I've already started year 95. I started it 3 or 4 days ago, and year 95, like I said, I wanted to design it in such a way that it was, you can plug and play with other people and they can pick and choose what they're going to do and stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't give a fuck, I guess, because I want to do it for me. And so I designed it for me. And so the whole premise, the whole idea of the program is to live my life in such a way that I'm constantly executing and getting shit done and putting myself in uncomfortable situations and pushing myself to grow every single day, and doing so at a 95 percentile execution rate, meaning there's only 5% of the time that I'm not on my game, right? I'm not executing it at 100%. That's pretty much it. And so I have a whole laundry list of tasks, of very easy, short tasks to do every single day, and then I have to complete those every single day. And then on top of that, I'm implementing the power list, and the power list is, if you don't know, it's 5 critical tasks that, when completed, will move you toward your ultimate goals in life. It's not a chore list of, okay, I got to take the garbage out, I need to make my bed, I need to do the dishes. Not shit like that. It's things like, I need to email back so-and-so and get this quote done for my business so I can move forward and send that to so-and-so so that they can blah, 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 whatever. Or it just, I guess it depends on what your goals are, but it just wouldn't be fold my laundry, make my socks. It wouldn't be shit like that. It would be maybe you struggle with going to the gym, so hit the gym, push myself, work out, whatever. And it's not goals either. It's not make $1 million by 5 p.m. Unless you're at that level, goddamn. But it's not things like that. It's just, so right now, for example, and I made this yesterday. You guys probably heard me talk about it already, but I guess I'll just touch on it again. So I'm going to pull up the power list here. So for today, what I need to do today is my power list for today. It is, I'm driving right now. So write out my mission post or article. Write out our mission post for the article that it's going to be on my website, or the social media post, whatever. Find 10 more vision board photos, save them all, and then actually look into printing them all off with Walgreens or something like that, just so I can get them on my actual physical vision board, because I keep putting that off, and it's very important. I want to be able to see the shit that I'm chasing. And so that's that one. Next one is figure out intro and outro ideas for the podcast. And I don't know if I'm going to have that much of an intro or outro with this particular podcast, but I do want to figure it out for the real deal one that I have after episode 100. But there's so much uncertainty with what I'm going to do with that I don't know. But I do want to look into it and figure it out and make a mock draft or whatever of the intro outro. And I don't want to get fucked with licensing if I have to pay for the license for a song, or if I'm not using a song. Oh, people don't know how to drive, dude. It's crazy. So I don't know about that, but I don't know. I just don't want to get screwed, but I definitely, there's a lot of songs out there that I want to use, but I don't own the rights to, so it's one of those things I just don't know. Next one is solidify my goals for 2024. Figure out what the fuck I'm going to get going on and make my goals understandable and actionable. And oh, actually, sorry, that's actually for year 95, not my goals for 2024. And then the last one is figure out my tire situation for my car, because I need new tires badly, and I need to get that paid for ASAP. I need to get my car taken care of and just get that all out of the way. And yeah, so I gotta figure all that shit out and get that planned out so I can get it all taken care of, and then I can allocate the remaining funds toward paying shit off and then put it towards business. And that's how that ties in. You know, I kind of am justifying it because I feel like maybe it doesn't count, but it's going to relieve a lot of stress for me, and so that's going to produce that's going to just be beneficial for me in the long term. So, I mean, whether or not it does or doesn't count in someone else's eyes, for me, I need to get that shit done, and that's going to move me forward because I don't have to worry about my fucking car anymore. So, yeah. Also, don't know much about cars, so figuring out tires and stuff, I don't know. It's just going to take me a minute. But anyway, that's my power list. That's what I got going on today. So, all the things that I mentioned earlier, or the laundry list of tasks, and I'll go over those again. The laundry list, so every single thing that I say that I'm going to do for the day has to be completed that day before I go to sleep. Otherwise, the day doesn't count as a win, and it counts as one of the losses. And I'm only, so year 95 means I'm going to execute at a 95% execution rate. And the idea is complete it at year 95, right? At a 95%. But if I kick ass and I complete it at a 96, then I completed year 96. But if I'm God mode and I complete it 100% every day, then that's year 100, and I think that's the ultimate goal, right? To be 100% throughout the whole year. But I don't want to go pedal to the metal like that my entire year. I want to give myself a few days to either go on vacation with friends and family, or have a night out, or to just let loose with some family and just hang out and have a good time and not have to worry about shit. But how my mind is right this very second, I'm going to execute it 100% because I don't have any desire for any of that shit right now. But I know it might change. I just want to give myself those. So here's the thing. So 95% execution rate gives me roughly 18 days out of the whole year that I could, quote unquote, fail. So that's about a day and a half per month that I'm allowing myself to, again, air quotes, let loose, so, and by let loose, that means I could do every single thing on my list, but if I drink 127 ounces of water instead of 128, then I fail, and that counts as a loss, one of those 18. So, that's that. So, the things that I'm choosing to do, that I want to force myself to do for the whole year, and hopefully get a streak of 365 on a lot of these things, is, so we have drink 1 gallon of water, and I haven't decided yet if it's going to be plain water or if it's going to be just water. So like, for example, if I have 20 ounces of water and then I mix pre-workout into it, that's still water, because it doesn't just magically turn into not water. It's water, just flavored with the pre-workout ingredients, and it's still 20 ounces of water. So I don't know if I'm going to count just plain water or if I'm going to count all kinds, because that would be like my protein shake, just my protein shake and my pre-workout, because that would be it. So I don't know. So I haven't figured that out yet. Second one is follow calorie plan / nutrition protocol and hit calorie requirements. And that pretty much just allows, so I've always done flexible dieting. I've always followed if it fits your macros. And for the most part, I've always included a fiber goal in my plan, and that kind of forces me to choose healthier options to get my fiber in there, because you can eat a lot of shit and still hit your calorie requirements and not get your fiber. But when you start adding in a goal to get a certain amount of fiber, which is 30 grams for me, 25 to 35, 30 is the average, it just forces me to have to choose vegetables. It forces me to choose breads that are higher in fiber. That forces me to choose just different types of food, more healthier foods, than if I just said, okay, well, I'm going to go to McDonald's every day. And just because, I'm not trying to get into that right now, but you can lose weight, absolutely, lose fat, absolutely, by eating just junk. You can. And that's just thermodynamics in the body. So that's that. So is cheating allowed, so am I justifying being able to cheat? I guess so, but I've always done it if it fits your macros. And so if I want to have a chip and it fits in my diet and I'm still hitting my calorie requirements, or I'm going under if I'm cutting, then, or whatever, then I'm still working toward my goals. And so that's a whole other thing. A lot of people think that there's bad foods and good foods. There's a lot of nuance to the whole thing, because if you eat a shit ton of chicken, I guess there's much less consequence than if you eat a shit ton, and I mean a shit ton of, I don't know, some just greasy, nasty food. So anyway, I just want to hit my calories, hit my protein goal, and that's what I mean by that for me, and this program's for me. So I don't really have to explain that much to anybody. It's for me, and I understand what it means. So if I was making this for somebody else, then I guess that would be different. So anyway, next one is workout once. And it must be at least 20 minutes. It can be really anything. It could be a weighted vest walk, a ruck, a full-blown weight workout, a jog. It could be some mobility work in my yard, whatever the fuck. It could be whatever. And so must work out once for 20 minutes every single day. Next one is no consumption of alcohol, period, and no consumption of full sugar soda or drinks. So I'm allowing myself diet soda. However, I don't remember the last time I had diet soda. Well, I had the Mountain Dew, that Game Fuel one, because it's a childhood nostalgic memory of mine. So that's what I'm allowing myself to have. And then, so no alcohol, period. So next one is I must actively read at least 10 pages of a self-development book or non-fiction book. Anything that's going to help me learn and progress in life, whether that's learning about real estate or learning about taxes or learning about how to be a better man, how to be a leader, how to be better at whatever. Anything in that range, but I'm not going to be reading Twilight and Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings and some mystery murder book. Fuck that shit, but I'm not interested. So the book must be that. It must be 10 pages. And actively read means be writing in the margins or taking notes, writing it in a little notebook, highlighting things that are important, circling it, referencing back after I'm done. Not just reading to get the pages done, but reading to learn, to progress mentally, to get something that I can implement into my life that's going to make it better, get a new perspective or something. That's the idea behind the reading. The next one is a 39-degree ice bath of at least 5 minutes, or if I literally cannot ice bath, let's say I'm going to some expo or something like that, and I am nowhere near an ice bath and I can't take an ice bath, that's out of my control, and so I'm not going to fail. I'm going to force myself to take an ice shower at the coldest setting that I can possibly get. Same thing, 5 minutes, but that's only when I literally cannot take an ice bath. So cold shower is only applicable when it's literally impossible for me to take an ice bath. And so there's that, and that's the hardest part of my day right there. It takes so much willpower to strip down into my swimsuit and then to walk out into my cold ass garage, or my uncle's cold ass garage, get in that water and then sit there for 5 minutes. It is so hard to do for me right now, and it's so much easier now, but it's still very difficult, and it is definitely the hardest part of my day mentally. And so that's that. And I'm doing that because I know how beneficial there's so many benefits outside of practicing discipline, but that is why I'm doing it, is for the discipline. Keeps me doing very difficult shit that I do not want to do. But I've got a streak of almost 40 going now, so that's helping me stay on track, so that's fucking awesome, because I wouldn't want to not do it and then break the streak, because that's pretty sick. I would love to get that to 100, and then, big dream in here, but get that to 1,000, that'd be incredible. So, and the streak would die if I took a cold shower, but I would still win the day, so that's that. Next one is stretch for, I put 5 to 10 minutes, but I think I'm going to redo that to 10 minutes, at least 10 minutes, because that forces me to get a good stretch, have a good session, whether that's my legs or upper body or whatever. Stretching is so important, and recovery is so important. Keeping my body flexible, and it's just so important. That's a long-term investment in myself, and it takes 10 minutes a day. That's nothing. So I'm changing that to 10 minutes for sure. So stretch 10 minutes per day, and then write 5 things that I'm grateful for. And this doesn't have to be, like I've talked about in the past, in extreme detail like I did for phase 1. So in the past, I would do 8 things that I'm grateful for in a lot of detail. So I wouldn't say, I've said this so many times, but I'm grateful for a car. I wouldn't say that. I would say I'm grateful for my car. It's very comfortable and warm inside. It gets me from point A to point B. It's such a reliable, efficient vehicle, and I'm so thankful for everybody who designed and played a part in the whole manufacturing process of my vehicle. That would be one. So I'm not going to do that, but I am going to be aware of what I'm grateful for. So if I say I'm grateful for my car, I'm going to be mentally aware that, hey, there's a lot that goes into this. I'm very grateful for everything that this encompasses. And so this is meant to be a quick exercise, quick thing in the morning that I can just set my mind right and put my mind in a place of gratitude and think about the things that make my life great. Because there's so much around us to be grateful for. And I want to focus more on that than all the shit that I can complain and bitch about. And that's another part I'm going to talk about, is the bitching and complaining. But give me just a sec. So after the 5 grateful things, we have just some basic hygiene shit, but it's just brush teeth twice a day and floss. That's it. And that's as simple as it gets. And that's easy, but there's a lot of times when I would get home at night and I'm like, I'm going to bed. And sometimes I don't brush my teeth, and that's gross, and I don't want to do that. I want to be perfect with not only my physical and mental hygiene, right? But, and yes, hygiene, I do mean mental hygiene. Taking care of my mental, making sure I'm good, practicing gratitude, get my mind in a great spot, but also oral hygiene, right? Because fuck nasty teeth, fuck yellow teeth. I have had bad habits with that as a kid, and I kind of transferred into adulthood, and I don't want that to be ever an issue again. It's caused so much insecurity in my life, and I'm done with that shit. So for me, that's a big one. And am I doing great on that? Yeah, I've been solid for the last year or so that's really cool. I'm proud of myself for that. But yeah, I just want to keep that there. It's one of those things where I might be in bed at night, go through my list and be like, oh fuck, dude, I didn't floss today, and then I have to go in there and floss or whatever it is. And that just forces discipline. I think it's even more beneficial for growing your discipline skill when you think you're good and then you realize you're not, because you get comfortable. It's like, oh yeah, I finally did all my shit for the day. I'm in bed. I'm nice and cozy. I did it. Time to go to bed. And then it's almost as if, because you thought you did it, you have to do it again, kind of. And so it's just that additional level of discipline right there that you have to practice in order to get the shit done. I mean, I did that last night. I was all in bed. I looked at the list, and I didn't lay my clothes out for tomorrow. And because that's part of it. It's the next one. And I thought, holy fuck, well, it's fine. I'll just do it in the morning. And I thought, nah, dude, you bitch. And I got out of bed, laid my clothes out for tomorrow, packed my shit for tomorrow, which was today with FedEx. I got it done. So the next one is lay my clothes out for tomorrow, for the next day, I should say. And that is for no other reason than in the morning, I want to have all my shit figured out. I just want to be able to get dressed and start doing what I got to do. I don't want to have to waste time and energy trying to figure out what clothes I'm going to wear. I want to have that figured out. And you can make the argument that the energy is still being used to figure out what I'm going to wear either way. So why not do it in the morning? But it's just a way to practice discipline for me. And so I want to focus on that. So that's what I'm going to do. Next one is make my bed. And it's as simple as that. Just make my bed. Do that first thing in the morning. And then the last one on the list so far, and I don't know if I'll add more, but so far the last one here is get out of bed within 5 minutes of my alarm going off. And that assumes that I'm going to have an alarm set every single day. And I think that's true. I think I'm going to have an alarm set every single day. Just to get my ass out of bed. There's no reason to sleep all day and get, it's not something I'm really interested in doing. So I would like to get the fuck out of bed. So whenever I go to bed, I'm just going to declare what time I'm going to wake up, set my alarm for that, and then get out of bed within 5 minutes of my alarm going off. And then I'll make my bed right after and get the first W of the day. So that's the laundry list of tasks that must be completed every single day. And then from there, okay, let me break this down real quick. So drink a gallon of water. It takes virtually no time. You just got to be aware of what you're doing. So follow calorie plan nutrition protocol. It takes about maybe 10 total minutes per day to track everything. So that's 10 minutes. Work out once, at least 20 minutes. So we're at 30 minutes. No consumption of alcohol or full sugar soda drinks. That takes no time. Must actively read at least 10 pages of a self-development book. So I'm a slow reader, so that's going to take me half hour. So we're at an hour. So 5-minute ice bath or shower. We'll say it takes about 10 minutes to get changed, dried off, shower, whatever. So we're at an hour and 10 minutes. Stretch 10 minutes. So we're at an hour 20. Write 5 things I'm grateful for. So probably take 5 minutes. So we're an hour and 15 minutes, or an hour and... I already lost. Dude, am I dumb, dude? So an hour, we'll just say an hour 25. We'll just say an hour and a half. Who gives a fuck? Brush teeth, floss once. It's 5 minutes. So an hour and a half and 5 minutes. Make bed, takes 2 minutes. And then get out of bed within 5 minutes. So we have an hour and a half, roughly, of shit that will be done every single day. And a lot of that should be done regardless. So really no extra time is being used up in the day. I should be getting that done anyway. So that's that. So... oh, you don't have time, you'll be doing all this shit. How are you going to have time? That takes an hour and a half, bro. Shut your fucking mouth. Next up, we have all the 5 things that I'm going to do, which is the power list. And those things are declared the morning of or the night before, like I've been doing. And those are the 5 things, critical tasks that are going to move me forward in the direction of my ultimate goals. Or clear up any shit that I got going on so that I can work on goals or whatever. I could be wrong. I think that's what Andy says. Anything that's going to move the needle toward your goals in life or make you a better man or woman. I can't remember exactly the way he worded it, but 5 things that are going to move, not laundry list bullshit, to-do list, shit like that. So that's that. So I have to do those 5 things along with the other, 20 things or whatever they are, however many there are, to count that day as a win. If I fail to do any of those things, it counts as a loss. It counts as one of my 18 available losses for the day for getting a 95 percentile execution rate for the year. And my goal is 95. I want to stay above 90 no matter what, and I'm sure that's more than attainable for me. But getting anything above 95, I think that's pretty fucking awesome. So we'll see, but I'm going to say the percent and then how many days I can fail to get the execution rate for the year. So 100, 0, obviously. 99, 3. 98, 7. That's a week. 97, 10. 96, 2 weeks. 95, 18. 94, 3 weeks. 93, 25. 92, just over 4 weeks. 91, 32. And 90, just over 5 weeks. So if I want to hit a 99 percentile, I can only fail 3 days. If I want to hit a 91, I can only fail 32 days. So that's essentially 3 months. But anyway, that's that. That's kind of the percentile. That's a rate of shit. And I've already talked about my goals a little bit, but I'm going to work on more of those. Oh, I completely forgot. So those are the shit the things that I need to get done on a day-to-day basis, as well as the power list that will be decided again the morning of or the night before the day of when I'm executing on the shit. And then I have some rules that I've been that I've been writing and I want to execute on for the year. I don't know the rules of completing or following the rules yet, but so the first one that I came up with is no slouching on the Stairmaster, locking arms on the treadmill, or any other form of making it easier on cardio machines. And yeah, so that's just something to make it a little bit more hard for me, because I do that a lot, of lock my arms, And then next one is I must track all my food intake, no matter if it's good or bad. I got to track it. I just want to make that a rule and get in the habit of that consistently. And I've been doing that, so it's not a problem now. Next one is weigh myself once a week and take a photo. And again, not super crucial. I think it's I think it's fine to do it maybe once a month or every few months, because there's not a lot of change that happens on a week-to-week basis. But it is cool for the sake of being able to look back and see where you were on what day. And, you know, with 75 hard, it's sick to be able to see every single day. But I don't want to do that. I want to do it once a week and then weigh myself, and then I want to take a more comprehensive progress, or I don't know, take a front photo, a side photo, a back photo, another side photo, get my legs in there, get same lighting, same outfit, and just use that. And then weigh myself, see how I'm doing with that, maybe take some measurements. But yeah, anyway, do that once a week, and then maybe once a month we'll do measurements as my voice cracks. Twice. Nice. Next one is no gossiping, no complaining, no shit talk. So those are 3 of them. So no gossiping, no complaining, no shit talk. And I'm reading the 4 agreements, and it says to, I think the 3rd agreement is no gossiping. So that's not why I wrote it down, but it is something that I want to be better at. I don't talk shit on people. I don't talk behind people's back, but it is very easy to see someone and think and say, oh man, did you see so-and-so? What the fuck are they doing, man? They just don't fucking do this right, huh? What a goddamn, man, it's so annoying. But I don't want to do that. It's not beneficial to anybody. I don't want to do that. It's not a good thing to do. I don't want to gossip or complain or shit talk about anything. And complaining is a little bit different. I don't want to complain about shit. There's so much to be grateful for. And so I don't want to complain at all. And I'm sure I'll slip up here and there because it's really easy to be like, oh, fuck this. This is so, whatever. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to complain. I don't want to talk shit on anything or anybody unless it's mad deserving and or I need to get my point across, or I need to vent to somebody or whatever just to let off some steam. Next 2 are kind of funny, or the next 2. So no phone usage in the bathroom. And that means if I'm taking a fat fucking shit, dude, I'm not going to be sitting on my phone just playing games or scrolling or whatever, because I waste so much time. It's so easy to just get lost in the scroll while you're in the bathroom, and I don't want to do that. It's a waste of time, and yeah, it's just, that's it. It's as simple as that. It's such a waste of time, and I don't want to be, there's no need to have my phone while I'm taking a shit. Can I not be alone with my thoughts? And so next one is no phone usage in the shower, and I do that all the time. I'll be playing pool or something while I'm taking a shower. I don't want to do that. I want to get in the shower, get the fuck out. Not only is it a waste of water, but it's a waste of time. And maybe if somebody else needs to get in there, then I'm hogging it up. So that's that. And then 2 more. Last one is no non-productive phone usage in the gym. And I've always bitched about this, dude. I think it's so annoying for no other reason than, I guess it just bothers me. But it doesn't matter what other people are doing. But when people are just in the gym, just scrolling on their phones, on a bench, just mid-set, what the fuck are you doing, man? But there's a lot of people, and I'm giving credit where credit's due here, there's a lot of people who really have a lot going on, or maybe they are in need and they need to text people back, or maybe they're a mom and their kids are wondering how to do this, or maybe they're a dad and they got to figure out blah, blah, blah. And it doesn't matter, dude. I need to mind my own business. Absolutely. I'm 100% with you there. I agree with you. Great observation there. But I don't know, man. It just bothers me. It bothers me so much. And I shouldn't let that shit get to me, but it is such a bothersome to see people in the gym just half-assing their shit, completely engulfed in social media, and not even focusing on what they got going on. But I realize that there is a lot of downtime in the gym between sets. If you're resting 3 minutes between every set and you're doing 20 sets, that's an hour. That's an hour's worth right there that you could, for example, if you're a high performer, be getting work done or typing up a draft for something or replying to emails to get certain things figured out. And that's an hour's worth of time that you could use to get shit done, right? I also am on the side of the argument that you should take that time for yourself and not focus on anything except your workout. Use it as therapy, use it to clear your mind. But if there's shit that needs to be done, then I guess get it done. And so my rule for myself is I'm only allowed to be on my phone if I'm getting work done or changing the music. And that's really it. That's pretty much it for me. That's the rule for me. And so that's when so again, just want to reiterate, this program's for me, and I'm sharing it with you guys in case you want to follow along the same exact thing I'm doing. But this is a program for me that's going to help me based on where I'm at personally with my shit. And so chances are you might be further along than me, or maybe I'm further along than you in the realm of discipline and self-development. And so my goal is to do this for me. So anyway, that's a program for me. These are things that I want to focus on. And last but not least, and this is a one I've never talked about really, but no porn. So it might come as a shocker, I guess, to family if you're listening to this, but you know, it is what it is. It's a tough one, and it makes me feel like such a weak motherfucking bitch ass when I engage in any type of viewing of the shit, because it's so going back to discipline and self-control, self-mastery, mental discipline, fortitude, resilience, grit, whatever. That is a huge one that everybody overlooks, and a lot of people think it's just normal now, and I think that it is a horrible thing, and it is very hard to break away from. And so that's a rule for me. Matter of fact, I might even put that in the, yeah, it's actually going to go in the, yeah, I'm moving that up. That's not a rule. That's going to be, if I do it, it counts as a loss for the day, 100%. Yeah, we're going to change that because it's a big one. Now, so I guess this is arrogant to say, but I want to do it to separate myself from all the weak fucks who engage in that type of shit and set myself apart from that, because I don't want to be associated with any type of that and that mentality and that low level of self-control at all. And so that's a big one for me, and I'm going to do my absolute best to break away from that shit. And I know a lot of you listening might be struggling with it as well. But the thing is, you can break free, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just going cold turkey, and it's embarrassing to talk about. And, you know, I'm ashamed to even be talking about it, but it is a struggle. And a lot of people have that same struggle, and I want to let you all know that you're not alone. Virtually every single person engages in this shit, and I don't think it's healthy. I don't think it's mentally, it's not good for your brain whatsoever, for the dopamine, for the everything. And I don't know the exact science about it. I guess I'll go cancel myself here, but go listen to Andrew Huberman, Dr. Huberman. Listen to him talk about the engaging in anything that spikes your dopamine to very high levels and then crashes them, because it fucks up your brain circuitry, and I don't want that. I want a good, healthy brain. I want to think crystal clear, and so that's that. And so that's the program. That's year 95 for me. That is what I'm doing. That's my goal for the 2024 year, is to complete it at a 95 percentile rate of wins. And so that's that. So if we can get higher, that's great. If we get lower, then I guess we get lower. But I'm gunning for the 95. That's why I called it year 95. It's a program that I'm following, and if you want to follow along, the chances are, if you're listening to this, it is not January 1st or beforehand. It's probably later in the year. And so my thing, I think, would be, if you're listening to this maybe mid-August and you want to end the year off on the right foot, it would still be year 95 for you, but it would be from August to January 1st, right? So that would be your program. That would be your year 95. And who gives a fuck? Because if you can end the year with 4 months, or even if it's the last month of the year, you end the year on a 95% execution rate, that's a fucking awesome end to your year. And you should be proud of that, and you should focus on the last month. And then for the next year, focus on the whole year. But it doesn't matter. So just complete year 95. Do this program with me. And yeah, so this is the official rough draft. I'm still going to figure out what else I'm going to add or take away or clear up or whatever. But this is for me. I just want to reiterate that. I'm not trying to be the next Andy here and make another mental toughness program, but this is a program for me. I mean, I'm even using his critical task system as part of the program, and I wouldn't even call it his thing. I mean, it's, at the end of the day, it's writing 5 things that you're going to do and then getting them done. And that's, I don't know how to say that that's someone's system, but it's just, I mean, you get a pen and paper and you write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 5 things you're going to do, and you do them. So anyway, that's that. So this isn't me trying to make the next 75 hard, because I will also do that program many times over. I'll do Live Hard for the rest of my life every year, easily. Phase 2 coming up in the next 3 weeks. But anyway, that's that. So that's the program for me. That's what I'm doing for me. And I want to document everything that I'm doing through that. So the year 95, that'll be my program for me. And I want to document the day-to-day through that, as well as growing business and doing Live Hard and then all the other shit that I got going on. So that's what you can expect for the future of the BQ.POV Daily Podcast Show. And then with that being said, that's it. That's all I got for you. I just wanted to touch up on that. And again, this is the unofficial, the official rough draft. So we're getting closer to the final polished product here. I'm sure there'll be room for improvement later on. But anyway, that's that. So anyway, that's it. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. It's been episode 72. It's December 30th, 2023. So peace.